habitude, especially for young, innovative minds. So we are here with the next session of Nata Maha Marathon. So let us kill the time together. Before going to the session directly, I want to discuss some doubts which were there with the audiences who saw that video, which they commented in the chat box or in the comment session. So I want to clear that first. And also there was a discussion question for you guys as like in the previous videos. So I will also discuss that. So this was the discussion question, and the first who responded to this discussion question in the comment box was Manipalaga. So heartily congratulations to her, but she is not only the one who responded. Many others too responded very simultaneously. So the things they said about this particular figure was perspective, balance, variety, contrast, unity, proportion, or symmetry. So let's check one by one. Perspective. Yes, thoroughly this figure shows perspective, and that is 1 point perspective. And there is, yes, balance, asymmetrical balance. And yes, there is variety in colors, variety in texture, variety in the shapes. Yes, there is variety. And there is no much contrast. Yes, there is a contrast between this yellow and red colors of the building. In some parts alone there is contrast. I have already told you in my previous videos that if you are choosing any options which principle is used in a particular figure, you should consider the whole figure, and the principle you chose will be in the entire figure, should be there. Okay, so contrast is not all through the figure, so we can exclude contrast. And yes, there is no unity. And yes, there is proportion, and there is no symmetry. So the most things we will go with is perspective, balance, and variety. Okay, I think you are clear about this. Now this was the doubtful question for all of you guys in the previous video, so I will clear you that. And for this question I was the one mistaken. I made a blunder mistake in this question. Why? So let's check. Actually these three dice positions are related like this. First of all, the dice shows this pattern, and when it is rolled again it will show this pattern, and then again rolled we'll get this type of pattern. So we should consider whenever in the clockwise rule, as I said in previous videos, we should consider the two successive rolls. So this and this, or this and this, is the thing we should consider to check the opposite numbers or figures. Okay, so I considered in the previous video this figure and this figure, which is totally a blunder mistake. So we should actually consider the first two figures or the second two figures. So when we are considering this and this common, I will take 6 as common, and clockwise, here also clockwise, this will be 6, 4, 1 and 6, 3, 5. So 4 and 3 will be opposite, and 1 and 5 will be opposite. So the things we are left with is 6 and 2. So this 6 and 2 will be obviously opposite to each other. So the number in top will be 6. So many of you commented in the comment box that this is wrong, this will be right. So you are very, very well prepared for Nata. Congratulations for that. So your doubts were very genuine. And the next doubt I got from you guys were the audio clipping I said in the previous video. Warm colors are red, orange and purple. Purple is not a warm color. That was my mistake. And the answer to that memory based question remains the same. Why? Because I will show you the image. See this. Warm colors are this and cool colors are this. Okay. So actually the actual purple is yes cool color, but a slight variation from that. See, this and this are warm colors. Okay. And in the figure, in the memory based question, you can recheck the video. In the figure, the color of the trees, most of the things were I think the two tall trees were painted yellow in color, and many tall trees were painted this color, which is a warm color. So the answer to that question remains same. The color used for the trees, in most of them were warm colors. Okay, green, that short trees were only painted cool colors. Most of them were warm colors. Absolutely, the doubt was genuine. Purple is not a warm color. Okay. To the Maha marathon session. In this session, we are mostly included PCM questions, arithmetic aptitude question, and some reasoning questions. So I have not gone to PTQ questions in this particular questions which we are discussing. So let's check. The statement, you should do it yourself first of all. There are only 2 days to go. If you cannot reach the answer, then do check the solution also. So the question is, negation P implies Q, whole implies negation P and Q is a contradiction, tautology, neither A or B or none of this. So we can check. Okay, we should draw the truth table for this. P, Q, negation P, negation P and Q, negation P implies Q, and yeah, the whole of the Y. Okay, so true, true, false, false, and true, false, true, false are the truth values. Negation P will be F, F, T, T. Negation P and Q. Negation P and Q will be F, F, T, F, and negation P implies Q. False implies true will be a true. False implies false. True. True implies true. True. True implies false is a false. And we need negation P implies Q. All implies negation P and Q. So true implies F is false. True implies F is again false. True implies true is true, and false implies false is true. So is it a contradiction or tautology or neither A or B and none of this? So the table we lastly reached was neither contradiction nor tautology. So the correct option will be C. Now this is the next question. We should complete the pairs. according to the relationship between the first pair, you should fill the next pair. So check yourself, and if you didn't get the solution right, then you can check the solution by playing the video. In these two pairs, we can see that one curve was inside the circle, and instead of that curve, a straight line appears to be cutting the circle. Okay. Similarly, in the next figure, you can see a curve which is cutting the circle. So obviously the straight line should not cut the circle but should be inside the circle. So there are two options in which the straight line is inside the circle, but as you see in this first figure, the straight line or the curved line is not cutting the circle. That means on the circle. Here in these 2 points, the straight line cuts the circle, so C is not the correct option. So D will be the correct option. Okay? Clear? Now moving on to the next question. This is a question regarding max, and it's a mixture of integration, differentiation and inverse trigonometric. You can go either proceed with inverse trigonometric function, simplify it and reach the correct answer, but I am doing in another way, direct differentiation. You know that for y is equal to cos inverse x, y dash will be equal to minus 1 by root of 1 minus x square. So in this way I am proceeding. So that will be y dash will be equal to minus 1 by root of 1 minus cos square x, that will be sin square x, into, it is not x, it is cos x, so we should proceed with chain rule. So what is the differentiate of cos x? That will be minus sin x. So this will be the answer. Y dash is equal to sin x divided by, so this we will get y dash as this, and we will reach to the answer y dash is equal to minus 1. So y dash at 5 pi by 4 will also be equal to minus 1. Okay, so y dash will be equal to minus 1 at x is equal to 5 pi by 4. Clear? This is a quick revision series of PCM, so I will go a little fast. If root of x to the root of a is equal to y to the root of b is equal to z to the root of c, and a, b, c are in GP, then x, y and z will be in. You know that if a, b, c are in GP, then log a, log b and log c will be in AP. This is a general thing. So therefore we can say that 2 log b will be equal to log a plus log c. Okay. Now in this question it is given this equality. So taking exponential in throughout this equality, we will get a 1 by x, sorry, so that will be 1 by x log a is equal to 1 by y log b is equal to 1 by z log c, and let this be k. So hence we can find out that log A is equal to kx, log B is equal to ky, and log C is equal to kz. Substituting kx, ky and kz in this equation, we will get 2 into ky is equal to kx plus kz, or we will reach to a conclusion y is equal to 2y is equal to x plus z, and this proves that x, y, z are in AP. So option A will be the correct answer. Now this is also according to a max permutation and combination. So let's check. 4 boys picked up 30 mangoes. In how many ways can they divide them if all mangoes be identical? So one boy can take any number of mangoes up to 30. Yes, so we have the formula n minus r, n plus r, okay, n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1. So here we will get 34 30 plus 4 minus 1 c 4 minus 1. This will be 33 c3, and we will end up with an answer 5456, which is D option. Okay, this is the formula we should be knowing in such cases where there are total number of n cases and we should divide it to r people or r objects. Then how many ways to divide them? N plus r minus 1, c r minus 1. This is again a reasoning question, and the question asks to find the odd one. So in here we can see the dots are lying only in circle and triangle common. In this B option we can see a dot common to circle and triangle, and a dot which is not common either to triangle or circle, one outsider dot. Okay, here also we can see a outsider dot and a dot inside triangle. Here we can see a dot inside triangle and an outsider dot. So only in one figure we can see a dot specifically for the circle, and that is figure A. So figure A is the one to exclude with, or figure A is the odd man out in these 4 figures. Now this is a image to find the mirror image of the given figure. So if the figures are so complex, just do the mirror image yourself very quickly. So this will be like this, then like this, then like this, then like this, and the arrow should be like this. So where is this figure? So this figure is nothing but C option. This is the next figure, and the question asks us to find the elevation when the top view is given like this. Actually, if the top view is having like a cross, so this cross means there is a tip like this, or like this, there is a tip. So we can exclude C and D options. And now we have to check whether there is a cut like this when we see the elevation, or it's simply like this. So here we can see in the problem figure there is no cut in this quadrant, so there will be no cut, so we can exclude option A and we'll go with option B, I think. So the answer will be option B. Hope you are clear about that. Now this is the next question, and it's from first chapter of chemistry, some basic concepts of chemistry. Let's check. Number of atoms in 558.5 gram of iron of atomic weight 55.85 gram mole raised to -1 will be equal to which of the following options? So let us find the number of moles first in the iron atoms mass given. So 558 total mass divided by atomic mass will be total number of moles. So 55.85 will straight away give you 10 as the answer. Now there are 10 moles, means 10 into Avogadro number of atoms will be there. And we can check the options. Twice that of 60 gram of carbon. So we need to check how many atoms are there in 60 gram of carbon. So in 60 gram of carbon, 60 by 12 moles will be there. That will be equal to 5. So 5 into Avogadro number of molecules or atoms are there in 60 gram of carbon. The option says the number of atoms for the given Fe will be twice that of 60 gram of carbon. Yes, of course it is, because for Fe we got 10 into Na number of atoms, and for carbon 60 gram of carbon we got 5 into Na number of atoms. So obviously this product will be twice that of this. So option A is to go with. Now this is the next question, and to conquer this question we need to know the formula of the reaction. What volume of hydrogen gas at 273 Kelvin and 1 atm pressure will be consumed in obtaining 21.6 gram of elemental boron of atomic mass 10.8 from the reduction of boron trichloride by hydrogen? So here the chemical reaction between boron trichloride will be this: BCl3, 2BCl3 plus 3H2 will give you how much boron? 2 boron. Okay, plus something will be there, don't consider that. We need to know elemental boron and hydrogen masses. Okay, for 3 hydrogen molecules, or 3 into 2 gram of hydrogen will give you 2 into boron mass is given as 10.8 gram of boron. What is 2 into 10.8? It is 21.6. So for 21.6 gram of boron, elemental boron, to get produced, we need to consume 3 moles of hydrogen. So 3 moles of hydrogen is basically how much liter? For 1 mole it is 22.4 liter. So for 3 moles it will be 3 into 22.4 or 67.2 liter. That is our B option. This is the next question. Pause the video, try it yourself, and if you get the answer, do comment in the comment box. This is our discussion question for today. Now this is our next question. Let's check the question. At very high pressure, the compressibility factor of 1 mole of gas is given by. We have the van der Waals equation P plus A square by okay, this is our van der Waals equation. So this is our van der Waals equation, and when there is high pressure, we know that in previous video I told you what is A and B represented. So A is the quantity of intermolecular forces. At high pressures this will be very low, and this A plus V square is negligible, and we will have at last P into V minus NB is equal to RT. Yes, so this will be PV minus, we don't need this N for 1 mole, so PV minus PB is equal to RT. Dividing throughout by RT, we will get PV by RT, which is our compressibility factor Z, minus PB by RT is equal to 1, and then we will get Z as 1 plus PB by RT. Okay. This is our next question, where architects should be very much should take care of, because identify the pollutant gases largely responsible for the discolored and lustrous nature of marble of Taj Mahal. So SO2 and NO2, which oxidizes to form their acids, is mainly responsible for the discoloration of Taj Mahal. Okay, so this is a genuine question for architects, for young architects like you. Now in this question, pause the video, I am explaining it fast. So in this question we have 5 degrees of freedom, and for an ideal gas of 5 degrees of freedom, CV will be equal to 5 by 2 RT. We know that Cp minus Cv is equal to R, and hence Cp will be equal to 7 by 2 RT. We need ratio of specific heats of Cp and Cv, so that will be Cp by Cv. So we will get the answer as 7 by 5. That is D option. This is the next question from physics, and this is a very basic question. Okay. On moving a charge of 20 coulomb by 2 centimeter, 2 joule of work is done, then potential difference between them will be. This is a general formula that W is equal to Q into V, or VQ. We know Q, we know W, so we will end up with V. So V will be equal to W by Q, which will be equal to 2 divided by 20, or 0.1. That is our A option. This is our next question from magnetism. So in both electric generators and transformers, the energy loss will be very small. So we know that in a hysteresis loop, the greater area consumed, the greater will be the energy consumed. But for electromagnetics and transformers, electric generators and transformers, the area should be less, so that energy loss will be very low. This is the next question. Actually, this type of questions can also be used as a PTQ question, like Some mirrors are placed at a certain angle, and we are asking about how many reflections can be made or how many images can be formed by giving an image. So for this we have the formula. If theta is the angle between the two mirrors, number of images formed will be equal to 360 by theta. So if there is 60-degree angle between them, that will be 360 by 60, or 6 images. That is B option. This is the next question. Electromagnetic waves are transverse in nature is evident by. This is a very basic question, and it is due to polarization. Okay, that is A option. This is the last question of our session, and it is from arithmetic aptitude. At present, the ratio between ages of Arun and Deepak is 4:3. After 6 years, Arun's age will be 26. Then what is age of Deepak at present? So we can write like this: A by D is equal to 4 by 3. A plus 6 divided by A plus 6, after 6 years Arun's age will be 26. So A plus 6 is equal to 26, and therefore A should be equal to 20. If we know A, then it is so easy to find D from this equation. So 20 by D will be equal to 4 by 3. So D will be equal to 20 by 4 into 3, and we will end up with the answer 15 years. So Deepak's present age will be 15 years. Hope you are all clear about the session. Thank you for watching, and do subscribe to our channel to get regular updates. Prepare well for Nata. So all the best for your Nata and JEE BR exams. Thank you guys.